Admiral? First, yes, you are. Only as well. Alright. So we're gonna start the hunt part 2. With the bear killer rifle in hand, track the old bear to its den. Take the rifle, go face the old bear. Yeah, punctual's a good thing, isn't it? Alright. So, there's not a lot to this challenge. That's the bear out there. We're gonna take some food. Let's quickly check this. You never know, it might be clothing. Oh, shit. Oops. That was a little closer to the 20 than I thought. That's more like 19. Oh, that was a quick one too. So 19. 14. And after the 55. Come on, there we go. Well, we don't need a book, we don't need cash. Yeah, some of those regions when visibility, I mean, there's a couple regions I don't mind having low visibility. I can make my way around, but for the most part, I like to be able to see. What is that? No, it's a 2. That's good. Anything in there? No. Anything up here? Bandage will help. I'll check in here. Alright, so we're gonna go shoot the bear. And now we're gonna follow him. Oh, what was there? I didn't see anything. There's the bear again. You're gonna have to shoot him again. We'll check out Max and see if he's got anything. Hey, that's not bad either. I don't know when you only have one piece if it matters. Oh, bullets would have been handy. But we should be okay. I'm gonna be completely honest. I was confused with this challenge. I forgot that Wintermute has a similar challenge to it. Well, I think it's episode 2. And I'm not going to pretend that that's the reason I died. I died legit. But this is not the challenge that I thought it was, or at least it's not working out the way it is. In Wintermute, you got to go all over the place and get the spear. and then you fight the bear in the cave. That's why I thought there was a cutscene when we were entering that cave at the end of Take Two, or sorry, at the cabin there. I was a little confused by not seeing a cutscene. So this challenge is actually, part 2 is actually quite easy. You just follow the bear and shoot him at certain times until he gets to his den, and then that's where I think that part 3 will come into play. That's why I said it wasn't finished. I think at the end of this it'll say to be continued. I don't remember when this came out, but if you saw any of Raf's dev diaries where he talked about free content, this is what I classify as free content. Like these challenges, they never had to make these. And honestly, I wouldn't have minded if they didn't make these and instead worked on the game. And then when the game was finished, you could put out all these challenges as DLC. That's how I would have gone about it. These challenges are, some of them are quite hard. Some of them are really hard. I'd pay for it. Okay, we gotta watch the bear. Sometimes he charges you, sometimes he doesn't. So when he charges, that's when you have to shoot. We're not gonna worry about our temperature. To my knowledge, we didn't even need to grab the food. You basically have everything you need on you. But there is a chance of finding clothing, which will slow down your temperature loss. Which is why I chose to loot. That's perfect. You don't want to waste any bullets on the wolves. So you start off, I believe, with 10 bullets, and I think the bear, provided you're not missing your shots, you have more bullets than the amount of times you have to shoot. So, like I said in the beginning, this challenge is very easy, part 2. Compared to part 1. Part 1 is, there is definitely some difficulty in that one. Alright, we gotta look, where did you go? There you are. So I don't think this challenge is gonna take very long. Because I'm a rookie at this Twitch thing, when I'm done this challenge, I'm going to end the stream and then I'm going to come back. That way it cuts off this video and I can upload it to YouTube. And then I'll come back like 5 minutes later and we'll start Whiteout. That's the next challenge. And Whiteout will go for, I think, 2 hours. I don't know how long overall that challenge takes. I think you have 30 days, 30 game days to do that. So that might be a couple streams. I think that's what I'm gonna do as well, is just try to keep the streams around 2 hours so it's easier to upload to YouTube. But until I get a little better at this, like I'm unsure of, like, I know I watch people play Phasmophobia on here, and they upload the videos to YouTube afterwards, but they're edited versions of them, and I'm not sure how they do that, because there's an export tab, which is basically, or a button, I guess is what it is, and that'll directly upload this to YouTube if you've got your account linked. But I don't know how they do the editing in it, how they chop them down to half an hour and such. So the only way I know of, the easiest way I know of, is just to end the stream, but are you gonna attack me? No, you're gonna run. So yeah, that's the easiest way I know of doing it right now. But yeah, I'll just take like a 5-minute break and get all this done, and then I'll come back. And then we'll go for 2 hours. And we'll see at that point. After 2 hours, I don't know. It might be the same deal where I shut down the stream and upload it and then come back 5 minutes later and continue on. I'm not sure. But I think the thing with Twitch is that it definitely does not hurt to get the hours in on the streaming. So when you suggested that, or when you mentioned that you were hoping to see the ending of this one today, I thought, you know what? I didn't want to, but it benefits me, and what else am I gonna do? So I may as well do this. Yeah, I think they will. It takes time. YouTube's like that too. I mean, YouTube, I used to get 1 subscriber or 1 follower, however you call it, every month or so. And it snowballs, right? Like the more you get, the more exposure you have. And there's some days I open it up and I see that, oh, look at that, I got 2 more followers. Yeah, Mickey wins. I think I called you Mikey before, but that was when I had the text real small and I couldn't read. But now I can read. That says Mickey. Where's this bear? So from what I've seen in this challenge, it's basically, like I said, you don't need to worry about your temperature and all that. You don't need to worry about your condition. The absolute main thing is don't get attacked. And it's pretty difficult to miss the bear when you're shooting. Even when you're freezing and your aiming is jiggling back and forth, it's a pretty big target. It doesn't have to be a headshot, you just have to hit them. The other thing too is the more I'm on here, the more people will see on Twitch. If they click on the long dark, I'll show up there more often, and eventually they'll be like, hey, I wonder what this guy's like. And so it might work to my favor, it might not. But the community on Twitch is quite good. Where did he go? Yeah, the bear fight in Wintermute is actually pretty tough. And that's why I was confused a little bit when I was doing that part 1, was in Wintermute, yes, the bear follows you, but he's scripted to show up at certain spots. And I've played through the story probably at this point 3 or 4 different times. I said in my YouTube video, I like the story, or at least I like the gameplay of the story. It wouldn't hurt if they added an extra difficulty to it, but it's currently aimed at the masses, so you can't have it terribly difficult because you want a new person to be able to play it. But I love having objectives. I hate having to make my own objectives because I'm not very good. I'm more likely to just want to sit around and do nothing. But the bear fight in Wintermute, he follows you all over. You're going through different regions. You kind of learn where he's going to appear, and it's similar to this in that you just take a shot at him. Where is he? There he is. And then I think that he'll run away at that point. And you get to the bear den, and then that's where the really hard part starts. Because you start off with nothing, and somehow the bear has stripped all your clothing off and taken all your supplies away. And honestly, they could just take part 3 and just take it right from Wintermute. And just take the bear fight, the cave, and make that part 3. Apparently there's an awful lot of people that don't play Wintermute, so if you haven't played it and you were doing this challenge, you would never know. that they just took it right from there. But I think they want to make it a little bit different, which I don't have a problem with that. Like I said, I expect that part 3 of this will come out, and not just part 3, but maybe even like I wouldn't mind a few other challenges being added at some point, like, and in the form of DLC. Yeah, birch bark and coal. I can't say no to those things. But yeah, once Wintermute's story is completed and the DLC has been fully released, I think we'll get the ending to this, and hopefully we'll get some more challenges, likely in the form of DLC. Alright, so I think this is the end of it here, to be honest. I can't remember shooting him. No, you don't have to shoot him. So there's our butt weapon. This is what it's like to get dragged off by a bear. Alright, so there's that. Oh, you need a new keyboard? I got a really good one. I think mine's the Logitech G915. This thing is awesome. I love it. But it's super expensive for a keyboard. But anyways, so there's the Hunted Part 2. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to shut off the stream. I'm going to upload this to YouTube, and I'll be back in 5 minutes. And we'll start on Whiteout. All right? Okay, I'll see you in a bit.